All right, bet. Let's rock out and do what we do. Welcome back to Lakers Land. Night before opening night. Tonight is Monday, and officially the season start tomorrow. Y'all know I am super excited. But I want y'all peep game. Russell Westbrook calling out LeBron for being fake. I don't know really where this is coming from, but Russell Westbrook has some things to say about how James was acting and carrying things when he was in Los Angeles. Let me try to pull this up, yo, because I don't know how I feel about this situation. Y'all know I'm not a huge Russell Westbrook fan, but I'm never mad at somebody that keeps it real, even if I don't agree with what they take. If they got some validity behind it, sometimes you just gotta eat it. But Russell, he did go public about his time with LeBron in LA. And like I say, yo, I respect Russell Westbrook for his transparency, uh, not holding back, really not having no filter. But I mean, I'm keeping it 100. Yo, Russell Westbrook, you didn't even have a job before what, yesterday, couple days ago. No team in the NBA wanted you. Now you locked in with the Sacramento Kings. I'm glad that Westbrook got a job, but you talking on Braun. Now you're in the division with Braun. You're gonna have to face Braun East, you know, 3, 4 times possibly. He was saying about LeBron being fake. I mean, I'm not mad. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. Um, it always seemed like there was a little bit of friction there between him and LeBron. But I think it's going to be a reality check. Respect the game, respect the man, but don't act a surprise about fallout that come from shit like this. When you look at Russell Westbrook and LeBron, he stated that LeBron's fake behavior. He said he hate that fake shit. He just can't do it. He gave some examples. He talked about one time Will Smith had some type of team event and LeBron was giving fake quotes from movies and Curry in the Malcolm X book, but not being able really to discuss it. It's been a lot of times that people has called out Braun quote unquote being fake. Um, I think I read somewhere that he had claimed to predict Kobe's 81-point game at one time. Like, uh, it's been interesting, but LeBron is a high basketball IQ player. There's no denying that, and he makes his team better. But James is not perfect. Uh, and when you pair him with a player who struggles efficiency wise, like Russell Westbrook, most likely it's going to be messy. My thing with Russell Westbrook is this: your motor is unbelievable. You're a future Hall of Famer, but it kind of baffles me to hear Russell Westbrook talk down on LeBron but can't get it done with anybody else. He had his opportunity with Kevin Durant. He had his opportunity with James Harden. The Lakers traded Westbrook because simply it wasn't working. And I give Westbrook credit. When Darvin Ham came in and asked him to come off the bench, Russell didn't give a lot of kickback. He was looking he was looking good to me in that second unit before the Lakers wound up trading him off. But at the end of the day, yo, it wasn't working. But, I remember back in high school, I had this teammate and he was like a teacher's pet because in our high school back in our day, our coach was one of our teachers for one of our regular classes. And this guy that was on my team, bro, he was a year older than me. He was down with us doing all the games. He was cracking jokes. He was acting like he was one of us until like the first off-court incident happened. He was the first one passing judgment, pillow talking to like the coaches and stuff about us. Like, yo, it was just a total 180. And I just kind of thought about that. Yo, one of my teammates, and if I'm not mistaken, I think one of my teammates actually put their hands on him. Not because they was crazy, but because you can't be a fake guy when people going to war with you. And the energy in the room, I can remember everybody came together because everybody had the same vibe towards dude. He was being a fraud. So in that situation, it wasn't bad. But this is not a teammate of LeBron calling him out. This is a former teammate of LeBron calling out. And if you think about Russ and LeBron, you start to see these parallels. If LeBron was fake at times, how could you build trust? How do you play your best? Being fake kills a team from the inside and out. So I'm wondering when you looked at maybe because sometimes Russell Westbrook just looked like he just wasn't engaged. He just didn't want to be around. And I didn't know if that was because of Frank Vogel, if that was just because of his offensive struggling. But it seemed like him and LeBron just never really was on the same page. You got two ball dominant players, and when you have two ball dominant players, it can destroy your team's flow. I'm not going to make it seem like Russell Westbrook was a victim because, he attributed to some of the struggles that the Lakers had when he was in the purple and gold. His shot selection, his efficiency, it was poor. LeBron play style, it magnifies that issue. It's a mismatch in personalities. To me, kind of was a mismatch in style of play. LeBron was on that let Russell be Russell. But according to reports, he really didn't support him like that behind the scenes. So it's just like, how much weight do you put on the media statements versus how it really was in the locker room? And then you wonder could any player thrive under LeBron's leadership if they have the intensity of Westbrook, the ego of Westbrook? I don't know if any player in the NBA will be able to kind of mix well with Russell's energy in comparison to LeBron. Like I said, it didn't work with KD. It didn't work with James Harden, some of the best guys in the game. My boy BA, get your bars up, said he glad Russ finally exposed LeBron. Yeah, I'm Russell, he brought up examples. When you got examples, I can't get mad at you. You feel me? So he did bring up a couple examples. I just be tripping on the timing and everything. Like, yo, nobody even wanted you a minute ago. You just got hired. I would think you would be focused on your career, your role with the Sacramento Kings, instead of speaking on James. Shout out to my boy Daniel in the building, my boy Phil in the building. Shout out to, hope y'all are ready for tomorrow, opening night. BA, I hope you in the building tomorrow for tomorrow night's game. Russell Westbrook is definitely a Hall of Famer. He is definitely a Hall of Famer. I just don't feel like he was a victim when he was in Los Angeles. Even if he was accurate about how LeBron James was being fake, that don't take away from how inefficient you was on the basketball court. Just being real. Westbrook was totally a victim, a scapegoat. Really, bro? Wow. That's crazy. Now, this is the guy who nobody wanted in Los Angeles, BA. I thought I was the only one campaigning for Russell Westbrook. He was a scapegoat. He was a victim. I don't know, G. I don't know. Like I said, when Darvin Ham came in and asked him to come off the bench, he did start to look more impressive once that trade happened, before the trade happened. But that Russell Westbrook thing just didn't work. And I was one of them ones really campaigning for it. But I'm not mad at him. Him publicly calling out LeBron, I respect honesty. I respect transparency. I think it's bad for perception. But Westbrook don't care about no perception. He just going to tell it like it is, or at least how he feel. I don't think he affects LeBron's legacy at all. I don't think he affects his own legacy by speaking out on LeBron, putting it out there. Anytime somebody got something to say or bad about LeBron, more or less people gonna uh, flock into what you anyway. So Russ might gain a little bit of supporters by talking on James like that. But with LeBron specifically, I gotta talk to LeBron directly, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta keep this shit a buck because where there's smoke, there's fire. People have been saying that that LeBron has been so fake and phony throughout his career, and I've been arguing and debating for the longest time. Taking up for James. I think, like I said, when you keep having people saying the same thing about you, it may or may not be true, but you have to reevaluate it. You have to wonder why so many people coming up with the same conclusion. Is it me? My boy John Wick in the building said Westbrook was garage while playing with the Lakers. It's like he lost how to play basketball. Plays sloppy as hell. When LeBron retire and crash out on everyone, I don't want to see tears. People are going to pay. I feel like LeBron is on the F the Lakers tour right now. I think LeBron is not happy with this Lakers organization. The way they brought Luka in, the way they brought Luka in, the way they are catering to Luka. LeBron has no say really in none of this. And even though I think LeBron likes to play with Luka, wants to play with Luka, LeBron has always been in control, bro. For 20 something years straight, from Cleveland to Miami to Los Angeles. So this is different territory for James. And I think he feels some type of way. I saw him. He was in tennis shoes earlier in practice. So his recovery could be a little bit sped up. But to me, it's like LeBron is like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all figure this shit out until I come back. Since y'all was so pressed to praise Luka and put him at the top of this food chain, y'all go handle the business without me for a month. So tomorrow's gonna be interesting. We gonna be Warriors tomorrow night. They not nothing to be playing with. I still got a lot of respect for Steph Curry. I got a lot of respect for Jimmy Butler. I got a lot of respect for that core of Golden State. Period. And then the fact that they're division rivals, we're gonna be seeing them 4 or 5 times. We really don't have no identity, even with these new guys. There's definitely potential in the DeAndre Aytons and the Marcus Smarts. I don't know what the hell going on with Jake LaRavia. Y'all see that last preseason game? That boy, he played 21 minutes and ain't scored 1 point. He shot the basketball 2 times. That's not impact at all, bro. And Phil, I ain't giving Luka no excuses, bro, because they wouldn't give James no excuses. I'm dead ass serious. Luka is going to have to come in and it's going to be hard for Luka to be a hero. I'm not doubting what Luka can do as far as skill set and being a leader because we've seen him do it in Dallas. But you have to admit this is a different team. This is even a different team, Lakers team, than what Luka was dealing with last year. So it's a lot of unproven parts in this system. And I don't know how many people got a lot of confidence in JJ Redick's system. He's so unorthodox. This season, I believe y'all is going to be a roller coaster. For people out there running around talking about the Lakers is going to win the championship, I think that's just groupie love at the end of the day. I'm not counting my team out. We haven't even played. There's so much basketball to play. But just the reality of it, it's not looking good. We're going to have to start off the first month and a half without LeBron. And I don't know if y'all ever peeped the schedule, but after December, the Lakers got the toughest schedule in the NBA by far. So it is very important that the Lakers start the year off right, but they starting without James. So you're asking Luka to be a fucking hero. I'm hoping he can deliver, bro. Dead ass. Because if the Lakers start off, 4-8, 5-10, something like that. I can't give Luka no pass on that, bro. Especially with the same Lakers community that was trying to push LeBron out the door. I can't jack that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with Laravia. Austin Reeves, don't even get me started with AR for real. A lot of people have been saying the OKC Thunder is their favorites to win the championship, go back to back. I don't see it, y'all. The Thunder was a Cinderella story to me last year. I'm not threatened. I don't feel threatened by the Thunder. Are they better than the Lakers on paper? Probably so. But I, I just don't get that vibe from them. The Golden State Warriors, like we haven't had a team go back to back winning championships since what, 2018, 2017, 2018, the Warriors? Every team since then is we've had a different champion every year. I think the game of the NBA has changed. And when you look at dynasties like the Golden State Warriors, the San Antonio Spurs, the Miami Heat, teams that have just have won back-to-back championships, OKC don't give me that vibe, bro. I'm just being honest. Even Denver, when Denver won that championship, and when Denver won the championship 2024, the Nuggets, I didn't feel like they was going to go back to back. I know people felt like Jokic was the best player in the league. It's just you got to prove to me, bro. You got to prove to me. It's hard to win the championship. It takes a lot of luck for you to win the championship, no matter how good you are. But some teams just give you that vibe, that feel like shit. Once May and June come, them niggas gonna be there. I don't get that vibe from OKC. I didn't get that vibe from Denver. My boy Black said excuses for LeBron all day, but Luca has to carry those bums with no excuses. I think it's going to expose itself as who is really carrying the load and who is not carrying that load. I think it's going to show very early in the season for the Lakers. The thing again that I'm so concerned with, y'all, we can't afford to start the year off slow like we always do. Every year the Lakers kind of lose games that they should have won. And then when we get to the end of the year, we fighting to kind of make sure that we're not in a play-in situation. It was a little bit different last year. I think last year where we ended third in the Western Conference. I don't think we're going to be a top 3 team when this shit is over with next season. Just keeping it a buck with y'all. Dallas, they got a dope team on paper. They do. The Lakers are not bad. The Lakers are not bad. I just feel like, we just don't have no identity. I don't know what we have really. It's going to take some time. But, like I said, LeBron, Russell Westbrook calling you out, like I said, he ain't been the only one talking about the fake behavior of LeBron James. So where there's smoke, there's fire. LeBron is a team leader. You got to act like it. You the guy that everybody looks to for an example. You got to cut the fake shit out because it's going to show. You got to be authentic. LeBron has been around too long. He knows better. You got to own that locker room because optics is real. You might not care, but people going to keep running through these narratives and these storylines. And don't forget, you have a son that's in the league. All the negative energy could just boomerang from the dad to the son before it's all said and done. That's just how people play. Rob says, I hope you know that this was said 3 years ago and the report just came out. Who is Russ didn't put this out himself? What you mean Russ didn't put him out himself? Are you trying to tell me, Rob, that Russ didn't just say that he didn't make this statement about LeBron? Are you stupid or dumb? I mean, what part of Yahoo Sports, Russell Westbrook? I'm confused. Like y'all be in this live chat, be talking so crazy. Now, do y'all even know? Have y'all even played basketball before? I mean, I just be wanting to know. Like, have y'all even had y'all names on the back of a jersey before? The timing of it was crazy, bro. You know, for Russell to come out, like I said, Joe Russell didn't have a job this week. He just getting hired. No team in the NBA wanted him. So he got an opportunity with the Sacramento Kings. I feel like personally that's what he should be focused on. But, you know, Russell ain't never been the type of nigga that's gonna bite his tongue. He gonna speak it, whether right or wrong. I respect him because he don't bite his tongue. Um, does he have a right to feel some type of way about James? He don't have to like LeBron. I don't think that it would be fair for him to blame LeBron for what happened in Los Angeles. And I'm not saying that he is blaming Braun for it. But, he just said he ain't like the energy. He ain't like how Braun was carrying that shit. Now, I ain't mad at that. But like Wade Face say, Russell had his opportunity to win with other superstars. That's why I said, yo, you can't use LeBron as the scapegoat, Russell Westbrook, to make it seem like LeBron was the reason that your relationship with the Lakers didn't work. I'm not jacking that shit. You got an opportunity to play with Kevin Durant. You got an opportunity to play with James Harden. You had an opportunity to play with Kevin Durant and James Harden. And you still gonna get it done. It's hard to win in this game. And the funny part about it, people blame Russell for those teams not going as far as they potentially should have gone. Russell have taken blame for the lack of team success. So even though Russell Westbrook is keeping it real, I think he ain't got a whole lot of leeway to be talking. Black said Braun has always been known as a fraud. I mean, there's a list of different things. There's a list of different things keeping that shit a buck. And like I said, Joe, where there's smoke, there's fire. So I'm not mad at Russell for calling, LeBron out. He gave examples. He said why, you know. I don't think that shit gonna hurt LeBron either way, but niggas know where they stand at with each other. But yo, nothing matters. The season starts tomorrow. All the talking, all that shit is out the door. We got the game. I think the game starts tomorrow night at 10. So we're gonna start the live stream here tomorrow, probably about 9:30. We're gonna do a pregame as we prepare for Lakers versus Warriors. It's gonna be a struggle, y'all. I don't want to say that the Lakers are gonna lose the opening game, but I honestly don't expect them to win tomorrow. I don't think the Lakers stand a chance without LeBron. Call it what you want. I got a lot of respect for Luka, but Luka has not won anything yet in this association. Not an MVP, not a championship. I believe he got a scoring title. Luka might have a scoring title. But the time is now for Doncic going into his 8th season. And like I said, everybody wanted to give the keys to Luka in the offseason. We praised him for his conditioning. Uh, Everything was looking up. And Luka, he earned his respect so far from Los Angeles. But the expectations are going to be real, whether the fans want to put that shit out there now or later. These Lakers cannot afford to start off this season slow. And with LeBron being out, I think that's exactly what's going to happen? We don't have no chemistry. When you got a nigga like LeBron, yo, it's not when he's out for a substantial amount of time. This ain't no next man up situation. Everybody got to level up. Shit got to be different. LeBron means too much to the team. He can't be replaced. So everybody is going to have to kind of take an unorthodox approach. Um, we already know Luka was going to be the quarterback for this team, but can you imagine the usage rate of Luka now that LeBron going to be out for a month? Like, God forbid Austin Reeves start to struggle or nobody is hitting shots. Luka going to have that basketball in his hand all day and all night. And some people are good with that. I don't like that. I don't like that for Luka, and I don't like that for the Lakers. It's too many new faces that's going to be important for this team for these guys to not get involved. I'm not saying that, Jake and Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, they need to flip the switch overnight. But I got to see something. I'm seeing a little bit. I think Marcus Smart had 4 steals the other night in that preseason finale. DeAndre Ayton, he is a walking double-double. But the games matter. The games matter now. Black said they'll end up blaming Luke at the end of the season like they do all of the LeBron's teammates. When Bron is the supposed GOAT. Well, we was talking about who's going to be the scapegoat. This shit was to go ahead. Would it be LeBron? Would it be Austin Reeves? Or would it be Luka? It's hard to tell. No, I'm not. Wait a minute. Where nigga Rob go? Rob, he was in a live chat doing a whole bunch of talking. Rob MC, I need to know, have you played this game of basketball before? Because you had a lot to say in this live chat, and I called niggas out on it. I'm calling niggas out like Russell called LeBron out. Russell called LeBron fake. I'm calling Rob MC. I'm calling you fake. What you know about basketball? Let me know. Phil said, my question is, will who's get the blame if the Lakers start off slow? The blame is going to be able to be passed around, bro. Let's keep it real. It could be JJ Redick's fault. I don't think Luke is going to disappoint. So that's the thing. If we are going to hold Luka accountable because the Lakers are struggling, I don't think it's going to be because of performance. But I don't think Luka is going to give us any problems, whether we're winning or losing. I think Luka's going to earn his paycheck every night. Easy money. But winning a championship in 2025 is not done by a superstar. Win championships. And the niggas that we got, I don't know what's up with them. We say Austin Reeves is the third best player on the team. Is he? Can you rely on Austin Reeves more than Rui? Can Jackson Hayes show something? What's up with Dalton Connect? This all of a sudden out of body experience performances that we've been seeing from Gabe Vincent. Is that real? Can we expect Gabe Vincent to step it up? Jared Vanderbilt, is he going to gain some type of offensive package? It's a whole lot of unanswered questions that the Lakers are dealing with. And then when you don't have your main guy for a month at least, it ain't going to be pretty. This season to me is not going to be a pretty one, bro. Straight up and down. But like I said, I'm not giving Luka no pass. He's going to play his game, but I ain't giving Luka no pass because I watched LeBron play his game and y'all niggas ain't give James no pass before. So that's how I'm rocking. Black say he going with Rui over AR. AR to me is more box office than Rui. If you looking for impact, Austin Reeves is definitely more box office than Rui. But when you look at both ends of the basketball court, just that wing threat, Austin Reeves just get picked on too much defensively, bro. Night in and night out. Bigger wings, they bully his ass. He's just too much of a liability. And then my boy F2P, this is the big elephant in the room is the money that he might be due with the Lakers because of his contract. We talking about $40 million. You willing to pay $40 million to a guy who gets picked on defensively night in and night out? I like Austin Reeves, but I don't love Austin Reeves. Not for no damn $40 million. The engineer in the building say the whole squad, top to bottom, have something to prove. From contracts to new hires, staying above 500 is going to be tough. This is perfect comment right here. And I'll go even further than that path. It's even deeper than the squad. You don't think this coaching staff got something to prove? Now that we got a new owner and Mark Walters, who has been shown to be a winner with the Los Angeles Dodgers, you don't think Rob Pelinka ain't got something to prove? Niggas is on the hot seat. Shit is real. We already seen Jeannie Buss kind of step aside with her role, so to speak, still the governor of the team. But like the engineer said, bro, everybody on this team, individually and collectively for the Los Angeles Lakers, got some shit to prove from the top on down. Dead ass. And the fact that we don't have no established chemistry, the real leader of the team ain't there. I mean, how can you feel real comfortable as a Laker fan, honestly, like this is going to be a Title 18 year? Hell no. This is going to be a roller coaster year. I'm not saying we won't ultimately win it, but all that top team in the Western Conference being the top 3 team again in the West, I don't know about all that shit, bro. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Watching Jake LaRavia, the shit he did the other night, watching the inconsistency of Dalton Connect, knowing that guys like JJ Redick, that coaching staff don't really trust or have a lot of faith in Dalton Connect, watching how Dalton Connect mentally has seemed to check out from this Lakers team after that trade kind of blew up last year. Like, yo, it has been a very interesting offseason, a very interesting preseason for these Lakers. And tomorrow, this shit gets really real. Transition year all day. There's no doubt about it. This season is going to determine a lot. And I was just about to bring up, Jamal said we got Luka, but for how long though, bro? Do y'all really think that Luka would just sit around forever and allow the Lakers to be a mediocre ball club when he know he a generational talent? Luka has already gotten his heart broke from Dallas. Let's not forget no time soon that Luka has been emotionally broken from the Dallas Mavericks. Luka is going to be business first for the rest of his career. Now, I love what Luka is doing for the Los Angeles community right now. We see Luka off the court. He's donating. He's doing a lot for the community. So he really looked like he's happy. He really looked like he wants to be here, and he really looked like he wants to win. But, yo, this is his first full season with the Lakers. We really have no idea where Luka mindset is going to be for the next year or two. We don't know what his supporting cast is going to look like. It's easy to say the Lakers got Luka, but for how long, bro? That's just $1 million question for me. I just feel like they're not doing anything now that would warrant him wanting to leave, because they are definitely appeasing to him right now. But it's just like the new relationship. When you're in a new relationship, you're going to say all the right things. You're going to make all the right moves. But when shit go left, then what? It's going to be a lot of tough decisions to make, but shout out to Russell Westbrook for keeping it real. He feel like LeBron was being a fake nigga. Um, like I said, Joe, where there's smoke, there's fire. I seen a lot of people had the same thing to say about LeBron James. LeBron James at times do show a little corporate vibe and attitude, but just me personally, I just feel like Russell Westbrook should be focused on other things. The NBA didn't even want this nigga Russell Westbrook just a couple days ago, bro. He was saved by the Sacramento Kings. I thought the nigga Westbrook was going to retire. Nobody wanted him. Now you get picked up and you out here talking on James, but you're going to have to see LeBron in this division. Now that you with the Kings, you're going to have to see LeBron. And Russell Westbrook ain't going to do nothing to help the Sacramento Kings win games. I'm sorry. So to me, yo, Russell got his own shit to worry about. Even though he keeping it real, and I ain't mad at him, but I'm just being honest, bro. If I was a Kings fan, I would be like, nigga, please get in the lab. Help us win some games. Straight up. Black said he think that the new ownership takes over and LeBron is gone. Real Laker fans won't have to worry about Luka leaving. But this is the thing. Now, bro, is going to determine the future because money means everything. Like, take this for example, Black. Think about this, Black. Let's hypothetically retire next year, right? But let's say Austin Reeves is asking for this 40 million. And let's say the Lakers bite and pay Austin million for 3 years. Yeah, you got Austin Reeves paying with Luka for the next 3 to 4 years, but how much of a liability is that defensively? How much money are you going to have on the books to get help when you paying this nigga Austin Reeves $40 million? I think the decisions play a big role 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line. Jamal, I don't know, bro, why Russell decided to come out with these statements and these comments, but like Daily Meditation said, he just didn't fit, bro. You can't blame nobody for Westbrook experiment in Los Angeles. It just didn't work. Justin said LeBron ain't no king. Justin, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Why do y'all hate LeBron James so much? I need to know, bro. I need to know. Justin said, F LeBron, he ain't no king. Really? Yo, it's unbelievable. That's a fact, Johnny. Westbrook didn't fit, yo. It is what it is. Justin, I need to know why LeBron ain't the king before I get up out of here. That's the only thing I need to know. Why LeBron ain't the king. I can take Russell Westbrook disrespecting LeBron, but I can't take Justin Moore disrespecting LeBron. Yo. So, my nigga, you need to let me know what's your beef with Braun. Look at my boy Austin. Here go my boy Rob. Look at Rob trying to G check. He said, if I read the article, I will see that these comments were from 2022. The report just came out. So, Rob, what's the significance? You're making it seem like the comments was confused. I don't recall anybody saying that Russell tweeted this out. It clearly says yahoo.com. This is not a Twitter account from Russell Westbrook, bro. What are you talking about? And even if Russell made these comments 2, 3 years ago, does that take away from the fact that it's real or not? I'm just confused, bro. Shout out to Kobe. LeBron should have retired after Cleveland or the bubble championship. A lot of people really disrespect Bron night in and night out. And it's the Laker fans. That's why we're here now. That's why LeBron got this fuck y'all attitude. It's the Laker fans that showed this nigga so much disrespect. It amazes me. But, he's got to feel like, who he is. Black said LeBron ain't the king. He's more of a diva. He had to run to another man's kingdom to win. Really? You talk about Miami? Black, I know you ain't talking about Miami, bro. Y'all need to stop this ridiculous. See, y'all are going to make me in the same stream that I just want to report Russell calling LeBron fake. Y'all going to make me had to take up for LeBron. Rob said, I'm acting like he did a press conference. Yo, all I'm saying is there has been reports for years about James being fake, being a fraud. Russell Westbrook, this report came out today. Regardless of when he made the statements, we got to speak on it. When LeBum retired, for you to call LeBron James a bum, Rob, with a straight face is so disrespectful. What's to y'all hating on LeBron like this, bro? People never keep the same energy for anyone else because he the greatest. That's how you know LeBron is the GOAT. The expectations, the standards is different. I mean, I've had people tell me that the Lakers would have still hung up banner 17 even if LeBron would have never came to the Lakers. I got people telling me that the Brandon Ingrams of the world, the Julius Randles and the Lonzo Balls and the Kyle Kuzmas and the Josh Harts coached by Luke Walton would have eventually won the championship. It's crazy to me. You got to respect LeBron, bro. He did it in 3 destinations. Michael ain't do that. Kobe ain't do that. There's not a nigga walking on this planet that has took 3 NBA franchises, led 3 franchises to the championship. But I want to get back to this that I think that Yo was making about the Miami Heat. Talking about LeBron had to go to some other team to win, to another man's kingdom to win. Black, is you talking about Miami? I'm not letting you had to go to Wade County to win. Like Miami was going to win without LeBron. Dwayne Wade ain't shit without LeBron. What have Dwayne Wade respectfully done from the time Shaq was Dwayne Wade done? Please, y'all need to cut that shit out. And I got a little bit of respect for Dwayne Wade, the Flash. He was a bad boy. Them niggas wasn't going to never win no championship. They needed LeBron. You need to stop it. Oh, Michael Jordan is doing commentary. I forgot Michael Jordan is doing commentary. So he gonna call LeBron James a fucking hater. Look at Black. Black, that's right. Let the hate come out, Black. Let the hate come out, Black. Let everybody know how much of a hater you is to LeBron. Black says LeBron had to go to different franchises, y'all, because he couldn't win on his own. Cleveland. LeBron didn't win a championship in Cleveland after being down 3-1 to a team that was 73-9. Really? That didn't happen. Maybe I got to get a new television. Maybe I need to get a new television, or we need to donate, put together, and get Black a new television for this season. Because I don't know what game Black is watching when it comes to LeBron. None of those organizations would have won a championship if it wasn't for LeBron. Kyrie in Cleveland was in the draft lottery damn near every year. The Lakers damn sure wouldn't have won a championship without James. And Chris Bosh, and I mean, Chris Bosh wasn't even there yet. Miami wouldn't have won either. On this side. Wow. Wow. Here's the comment of the day. Black says GOATs don't have losing records. Would Tom Brady or Joe Montana be considered GOATs if they were 4-6? Really, bro? You wow. Just wow. Just wow. Oh, so now we about to get Sam, we about to give Golden State excuses, bro. Up 3-1 in the finals with home court advantage. We going to give Golden State excuses? LeBron didn't start winning until Miami. Bro, I can't believe y'all are saying this stuff with a straight face, bro. Really? Now, if we're talking about championship, yes, LeBron won his first title with the Miami Heat. Season MVPs. He took a pathetic Cleveland team to the finals in 2004, 6. Come on, bro. Y'all are so disrespectful of LeBron's career before Miami like it wasn't shit. Y'all need to stop that. Where's the lie? I think that we need to define being a winner. Because LeBron has accolades before coming to Miami. No, he didn't win a championship before coming to Miami. But let me ask you this shit. Sam. Would the nigga Dwayne Wade have 3 titles if it wasn't for LeBron? Would Eric Spoelstra be considered one of the best coaches in the game if it wasn't for LeBron? Would Chris Bosh be an NBA champion if it wasn't for LeBron? You can answer them questions for me. Y'all need to cut the crap. And Genius, you should be ashamed of yourself saying this with a straight face. The Clippers run LA. I can't believe you said that. I done read it all in this live chat. Y'all are tweaking tonight. And the season start tomorrow. We live in full effect here tomorrow. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. My God. Imagine building your own teams and choosing your coaches and still come up short. See how y'all quick to give LeBron all the blame? Y'all niggas better keep Luka accountable. I don't need no excuse, bro. Y'all better hold this nigga Luka accountable. They had to sacrifice their fame so LeBron could play his style. Wow. So the Miami Heat had to take a step back and defer to LeBron for this thing to work. That's what you saying, Sam, with a straight face. This ain't the East. Y'all haven't won anything since Kobe 2010. Yo, y'all motherfuckers is terrible, yo. Real talk. But I ain't gonna hold y'all no more. I just wanted to come through and kick it real quick about this whole Russell Westbrook shit, bro. But y'all are bugging, yo. Y'all are bugging. But don't forget, we live tomorrow night for the game. We streaming all Lakers games this season here on Playback. So make sure y'all come and kick it with us. We're going to have open panels. So if y'all want to come up and kick it with the fellas tomorrow night. Everybody is welcome to join the panel. We're gonna be kicking it again. I'm gonna start the stream tomorrow night, probably about 9:30. We'll get a little 30-minute pregame, and then the game start around 10 o'clock, I believe. Lakers versus Warriors. Luka get his opportunity. No LeBron, yo. It's gonna be some real shit. Sam wants me. Sam, you're not gonna convince me to disrespect LeBron too. I'm gonna leave all that disrespect. I'm gonna leave all that disrespect for y'all to do. I'm just gonna be here to poke holes in y'all stories. That's it. Because y'all have showed maximum. I thought in this video shouldn't even have been about Russell Westbrook. This video should have reasons that y'all be giving me. Some of y'all should be arrested for the stuff that y'all say about LeBron. It should be a crime. Y'all should have to stand in front of a commissioner and get a bail review before y'all are able to come back in the streets and talk about basketball the way y'all be disrespecting LeBron. I done heard y'all say the ships. He ain't the GOAT. He's a bum. See, now Sam trying to G-check me. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a LeBron. You see it? You see that? You see that? Shit. LeBron was the greatest thing that happened to this organization since 2018, and this is the respect he get. This is the respect he get. But it's lit, y'all. It is fucking lit. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight and kicking it with me. Tomorrow, this shit is on. So I hope everybody pop out tomorrow and join us tomorrow night for the kickoff of NBA season in full effect. I'm Seven Mitchell. This is Lakers Land. If you guys are new to Lakers Land, do me a favor and join the room. I'll catch you guys tomorrow in full effect. Bring y'all disrespect too, because I'm telling y'all, I'm poking holes in all stories tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to see. It is going to be shown and proven. Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this. While I still got y'all in the chat before we go. One question. Watch this bullshit, y'all. Watch this bullshit, Phil. Sam, Black. Who team is the Lakers right now? Who does the Lakers belong to? Is this Luka's team or is this LeBron's team? I want y'all to think about this before y'all answer, but I want y'all to be real. Whose team is this? Genius G. Whose team is this? Is this LeBron's team or is this Luka's team? That's all I need to know. Genius G with a straight face said, aside from the bubble, fake NBA, mind you, LeBron hasn't made it past the first round in the Western Conference. And you going to blame LeBron for that? And then why you going to lie, Genius? LeBron and Darvin Ham and then went to the Western Conference Finals. You forgot? Why you just going to lie on my man LeBron like that? See how they doing? Y'all just be making up stuff, lying. That's bogus. Why y'all so bogus? Genius, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for lying like this. Black says, tell LaFraud to stop being a diva and just retire. It amazes me how Laker fans think that shit is going to be so peachy keen when LeBron leave. Bro, what do y'all know that I don't know? Y'all must know something that I don't know. I've never seen a fan base want to get rid of a generational superstar before in my life the way y'all do, bro. Hold on. Why am I seeing all these Lukas in the chat, bro? Sam said this Luka team. Genius G said this Luka's team. Black said it's the owner's team. My God. They disrespected Darvin Ham. Whoa. Oh, yeah, I'm done. Sam, I need you pull up tomorrow, gang. Sam, I need you pull up tomorrow. I need you join the panel with the rest of the fucking haters. We're going to have a round table conversation. This shit is getting crazy. Y'all are just so disrespectful. I'm out of here, y'all. Make sure y'all follow the room. I'm Seven Mitchell. This is Lakers Land. Y'all be safe. Tomorrow's game night going down. I'm out, y'all. Y'all terrible. Peace.